And now, here for you, this is News Views, a newscast for Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, and the world. And now, Michael Badger.
Hello and welcome to News View. I'm Michael Badger. Top story tonight. And from Reuters news, storms, and we had some of them here last night, but not very bad compared to in Alabama, where they killed at least 2 people, according to Reuters. They say that Governor Robert Bentley of Alabama declared a state of emergency after the pre-dawn storm struck the Birmingham area, with the towns of Center Point and Trussville, just to the northeast of the city, particularly hard hit. 2 people were confirmed dead, according to Pat Curry, Jefferson County's chief deputy coroner. One in Clay, a city of roughly 10,000 people, and another in the western part of the county. Earlier, an emergency management official had reported 3 deaths, and Bob Ammons, the emergency management agency official for the county, said, quote, "We have major damage," unquote. Rescue crews were dispatched to investigate reports there of an overturned mobile home with people trapped inside, said Debbie Orange, a city clerk for the city of Clanton, which is about midway between Birmingham and Montgomery. No injuries could be confirmed. Isolated tornadoes, damaging winds, localized flooding, and large hail still threaten much of central Alabama, with a tornado watch that was there this morning. That's probably over by now. But thank you for watching News View. As you may notice, News View is going through some changes both Mondays and Friday nights here on UPTV and online at livestream.com/newsview Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Central Time. And in other news, the Supreme Court says that warrants are needed in tracking GPS tracking of even criminal suspects. This story is by Robert Barnes in the Washington Post, and he says the Supreme Court ruled unanimously Monday that police must obtain a search warrant before using a GPS device to track criminal suspects. But the justices left it for another day larger questions about how the technology has altered a person's expectation of privacy. Justice Antonin Scalia wrote that the government needed a valid warrant before attaching a GPS device to a Jeep used by a D.C. drug kingpin, Antonio Jones, who was convicted in part because police tracked his movements on public roads for 28 days. Scalia wrote, quote, "We hold that the government's installation of a GPS device on a target's vehicle and its use of that device to monitor the vehicle's movements constitutes as a search under Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches, seizures," said Scalia. All justices agreed with the outcome of the case, which affirmed a panel of U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit that said evidence of Jones's frequent trips to a stash house where drugs and nearly $1 million in cash were found must be thrown out. The police had obtained a warrant for GPS surveillance of Jones, but it expired before they attached the device to his car. But there was a significant split on the court about whether Monday's decision went far enough. Scalia's majority opinion, joined by Chief Justice John G. Roberts, Jr., and Justices Anthony M. Kennedy, Clarence Thomas, and Sonia Sotomayor, said that the electronic surveillance, if achieved without having to physically trespass on Jones' property, may have been an unconstitutional invasion of privacy, quote unquote. But Scalia added, quote, "The present case does not require us to answer that question," unquote. It was that question, society's expectation of privacy in a modern world, that had animated the court's consideration of the case. An intense hour-long oral argument last November, the big brother of George Orwell's novel 1984, was referenced 6 times. The justices also pondered a world in which satellites can zero in on an individual's house, cameras can record the faces at a crowded intersection, and individuals can instantly announce their every movement to the world on Facebook. They wondered about the government placing tracking devices in overcoats or license plates. Justice Samuel A. Alito, Jr. said the decision also should have settled some of those questions instead of deciding a case about a, quote, 21st century surveillance technique by using the 18th century tort law. The court's reasoning, Alito wrote, largely disregards what is really important, the use of a GPS for the purpose of long-term tracking, and instead attaches a great significance to something that most would view as relatively minor, like attaching the bottom of to the bottom of a small car, or a small light object that does not interfere in any way with the car's operations. That written by Alito. And his point was that the lengthy GPS surveillance of Jones itself that violated the Fourth Amendment, and that the longer use of GPS monitoring in investigations, most offenses impinges on expectations of privacy, quote unquote. For such offenses, he wrote, society's explanation has been that the law enforcement agents and others would not, and indeed in the main simply could not, secretly monitor, catalog every single movement of an individual's car for a very long period. And in other news, Senator Ron Paul was at an airport and was confronted by the TSA in order to pat him down. But Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky today found himself in a showdown with the Transportation Security Administration in Nashville by refusing to undergo a full-body pat-down. Paul was later rescreened and booked on a subsequent flight. The senator went through the scanner of the airport, but was told that he had there was some sort of anomaly with his scan and would have to get a full-body pat-down. Paul's chief of staff, Doug Stafford, told this to CBS News. Paul did not consent to this and offered another scan, but the TSA insisted on the pat-down. According to the Associated Press, Paul said he was detained in a small cubicule in the airport, which is about an hour from his Bowling Green, Kentucky home, and missed his flight to Washington for a Senate session. The TSA disputed the characterization that Paul was detained, though, and the TSA told CBS News that Paul was not detained at any point, though he triggered an alarm during a routine screening and refused to complete the screening process. Passengers who refuse to comply with security procedures are denied access to the secure gate area. In this case, Paul was escorted out of the screening area by local law enforcement, according to the TSA. And we'll return right after this break.
It is simple. Teach your kids to get out and stay out in a fire emergency. Too many kids die because they go back into the burning home looking for their parents, their pets, or their toys. Teach them to get out and stay out. Never go back into the burning building. This message brought to you by Buzzley Fire Safety. For more information, please visit our website at buzzleyfiresafety.com.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Oh dear, I can't afford that.
Charge it. You can pay it off later.
Not so fast, credit card guy.
Savings Man.
Don't let him entice you, ma'am. Credit card guy can lead you to big trouble. You need a savings plan.
You're right, Savings Man.
Get this ballpark estimate worksheet at choosetosave.org. It will help you get started.
Gee, thanks, Savings Man.
No, thank you.
So visit choosetosave.org and get your ballpark estimate today.
I wish I had known. Nobody told me that 35 years of research and dozens of medical studies have shown significant complications for women who've had an abortion. I didn't know abortion could lead to physical and emotional issues resulting from my choice. Now, I've got complications and learned the abortion I had when I was younger is the reason I'm now suffering. I want to let other women know because I would give anything to have known. Whether you're pregnant or had an abortion, learn the facts today.
See where the good goes at goodgoes.org.
Hello and welcome back to Newsview. I'm Michael Badger. In Illinois, on ChicagoNow.com, it says that Champaign Republican candidate for the 52nd District State Senate, John Bammenbeck, today released the following statement of reconciliation and unity after the withdrawal of candidate and Champaign County Board member Alvin Nuno from the race. The decision to run for public office is not, cannot, and should not be a simple matter, he says. One makes such a commitment not in the best interest of the candidate, the servant, but in the best interest of the people, the citizens. When a candidate decides to drop out of a race, as Alvin Nuno did, he does so because he's considered the best interests of the people. This kind of selfishness is rare, and we offer our respect for his decision and our best wishes for his success in his private endeavors. Al has been a strong voice on the Champaign County Board, a respected member of our community, and a great leader for our party. We look forward to working with him going forward. And he also said, in quote, "A house divided against itself cannot stand. A united and determined Republican Party can achieve victory. We will make great strides to work with and earn the support of Al Nudo and his supporters. It is time for Republicans across Vermilion and Champaign counties to unite against our common adversary for the 52nd Senate State District, Democrat tax hike Mike Frerichs," unquote. He also said, quote, "Today the problem is out-of-control spending, joblessness, and overreaching intrusive government. Quote-unquote tax hike Mike has proven he is willing to follow the tried and failed policies of the Democratic Party. The solution is courage, but to cut waste, fraud, and abuse. The solution is fortitude to repeal job-killing legislation. The solution is fidelity to the Constitution. The Republican Party has the ideas, policies, and strength to save our great state of Illinois. Will you join us?" says John Bammenbeck, who is a candidate for the Central Senate, for the State Senate of the 52nd District. And we should be right back here on Newsview with weather. Stay tuned.
Pavement markings and signs are used to warn and direct motorists and bicyclists and to regulate traffic. There are several new bicycle markings and signs throughout both Champaign and Urbana to be aware of. Bike lanes are pavement markings used to help bicyclists and motorists share the road. A bike lane is a dedicated travel lane within the street space for the exclusive use of bicyclists. Bike lanes make it easier for bicycles and motor vehicles to share the road by providing a separate space for each mode of travel. A motorist should not park or drive in a marked bike lane unless it is necessary to make a right turn at an intersection, enter or leave a driveway, or park in a lane adjacent to the bike lane.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
My name is Maura Rossi. I'm 20 years old. I go to the University of North Florida. I love college. It's the best thing. I'm studying right now career planning and journalism. I'm also taking voice lessons. I want to sing on American Idol and kind of win Simon Cowell over. See, we're more alike than different. My goal is to be successful and be an international sensation.
No, Down syndrome does not slow me down. It's just what I have in me. I do have Down syndrome, but that's not going to stop me one bit. See, I live on my own. I clean the house. I do exercise. I walk my dog. She's an outside dog. And I got 3 other brothers. They don't treat me special. My name is Mark Joseph Hubler. I'm from Indiana. A Hoosier fan. See? We're more like this different.
My name is Christopher Scott, and I'm from Texas. I'm 31 years old, and I have Down syndrome. Well, I like my job. I'm a teacher assistant, and I work with kids. That's where I get some of my energy from. I like lots of movies. So I like to go dancing, get my groove on. See, we are more alike than different.
I am Christy Hockle, and I am 29 years old, and I have Down syndrome. Yes, I just joined the gym. I love to exercise. Exercise is my thing. I can lift 140 pounds. I just love it. I just love being there. It's really fun. I like to get healthy and strong and skinny. See, we're more alike than different. My mom keeps saying, Christy, you need to lose some weight. I am Christy Hockle. I am 29 years old, and I have Down syndrome. Something special just happened to me. My boyfriend asked my dad in the hand of marriage. He's wonderful. He's cute. I love him a lot. I want to be beautiful as a bride. See, we're more alike than different. I'm going to have a big wedding for 300 people.
Trees are terrific!
Who perches on the branches, lives among the leaves. Friendly Carly Cardinal, talking about trees.
Sometimes people take for granted about the best things ever planted, but they should be enchanted, should appreciate their trees.
Could you have a forest glade, build the treehouse where you played? Could you make your lemonade if you didn't have the trees? You need a tree to climb, that's where squirrels spend their time.
Oh, it's practically a climb when someone damages a tree.
When you think about a tree, it's as plain as it can be.
To some it's just a tree, but it's a home to me.
Trees, Carly's Arbor Day Foundation spreads the word across the nation about trees.
Trees are terrific!
I found out I'm pregnant.
I really felt pressured.
I didn't think I could afford this. Felt scared, confused. If you're facing an unplanned pregnancy, you don't have to feel alone. We can help. Call or go online today to find a nearby women's center who can help you confidentially and for free. If you think you're pregnant, discover your best options. Call or go online now.
1-800-222-1222. 1-800-222-1222. If you think it might be poison, then the first thing you should do is call 1-800-222-1222. Poison is the kind of thing you're not supposed to touch. Oh, prescriptions, cleaning stuff, or spider bites and such. If you swallowed something bad or think you took too much, call the Poison Control Center hotline. We're the people you can trust.
For poison emergencies or just questions, the Poison Control Center hotline is here 24/7 with the expert help you need. Free and confidential. We hope you never need us, but keep our number by the phone.
1-800-222-1222. 1-800-222-1222. If you think it might be poison and you don't know what to do, call 1-800-222-1222.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Oh dear, I can't afford that.
Charge it. You can pay it off later.
Not so fast, credit card guy.
Savings man.
Don't let him entice you, ma'am. Credit card guy can lead you to big trouble. You need a savings plan.
You're right, savings man.
Get this ballpark estimate worksheet at choosetosave.org. It will help you get started.
Gee, thanks, savings man.
No, thank you.
So visit choosetosave.org and get your ballpark estimate today.
Travel advisories to small business loans, product recalls to home buying tips, government car auctions to finding a new job. Whether you have information to get or ideas to give, go to the official source, usa.gov.
Hi, I'm Jason Liggett, and here's your NewsView weather forecast for Champaign, Urbana, and surrounding areas. Cloudy skies tonight during the early evening, then gradually clearing with an overnight low of 23 degrees and breezy. For Tuesday, sunny skies, a high near 35. Later Tuesday night, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 23. As we look ahead towards Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies with a high near 38. That's your weather forecast. Stay tuned for more on NewsView.